Sean Diddy Combs, the prominent media mogul, will remain incarcerated until his sentencing date, set for October 3, after being denied bail following his federal trial. This decision by Judge Arun Subramanian comes after Combs was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation for prostitution. Combs' legal team, led by Mark Agnifilo, had vigorously pursued bail for their client in the wake of the guilty verdict. In a detailed letter to Judge Subramanian, they outlined a comprehensive bail package. This proposed arrangement included a substantial $1 million bond, strict travel restrictions to ensure he remained within the court's jurisdiction, the immediate surrender of his passport to prevent any attempts to leave the country, and a commitment to routine drug testing to address any potential concerns. However, the prosecution strongly opposed Combs' release, arguing that he should not be permitted to walk free. Judge Subramanian ultimately sided with the prosecution, making the crucial decision to deny bail. In explaining his reasoning, the judge specifically referenced the prosecution's closing argument during the trial, stating, "You full-throatedly in your closing argument told the jury that there was violence here, and domestic violence is violence. And you said this is a case that did involve violence." This emphasis on the presence of violence in the case, particularly domestic violence, appears to have been a significant factor in the judge's decision to keep Combs in custody. Combs has already spent a considerable amount of time behind bars, having been held at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center for the past 9 months leading up to and during his trial. The trial itself was a lengthy and complex affair, spanning 7 weeks and featuring testimony from 34 witnesses, who presented evidence related to the rapper's 5 federal charges. Throughout the proceedings, Combs had maintained his innocence, pleading not guilty to all charges brought against him. The jury's verdict was a split decision, meaning they did not find him guilty on all counts. While he was convicted of the 2 counts of transportation for prostitution, which each carry a maximum sentence of 10 years, he was acquitted of the more severe charges. Specifically, Combs was found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. These particular charges carried significantly heavier potential penalties. Racketeering, for instance, could have resulted in a maximum life sentence, and the 2 counts of sex trafficking each carried a minimum of 15 years and a maximum of life imprisonment. The prosecution, in a letter to the judge, has recommended a sentence of at least 51 to 63 months imprisonment for the charges on which Combs was convicted. The partial acquittal came relatively quickly into jury deliberations, on just the 3rd day. Late on a Tuesday afternoon, the jury informed the judge that they had reached a conclusion on 4 of the 5 charges. However, they also indicated that they were unable to agree on the racketeering charge, citing unpersuadable opinions on both sides. This suggests a significant division within the jury regarding that specific accusation, ultimately leading to the not guilty verdict for racketeering and the 2 counts of sex trafficking due to a lack of unanimous agreement among the jurors on those charges.